What's up guys, today I'm going to be showing off how shiny hunting in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet can be pay to win. Now what do I mean by this? Well, anyone with access to 2 Switches and 2 copies of a Gen 9 game can effectively have infinite Herba Mystica with a little setup. I originally wasn't going to do a video on this because it's just something I've been doing since the game came out and figured it was common knowledge, but I've seen some interest in an explanation on what I mean by infinite Herba Mystica, so here we go. All you're going to need is your primary Switch and save file that you're going to be doing shiny hunts on. And then, grab a second Switch with an alternate save file. This can be the Switch and save file of your sibling, roommate, significant other, or if you're a nerd like me, you just have 2 Switches with maxed out saves of the game. But on that second save, all you're going to need is a bare minimum of 2 salty Herba Mystica, or if you can do the side quest in the Teal Mask that gives you a bunch of herbs, then go ahead and do that, it works perfectly as well. Now, I know Herba Mystica is considered like the most precious material to people in Pokemon now, but your friends can rest assured that you're never actually going to use their stuff. So let's get into this. Here I have this Marill Outbreak that I'm going to need to use for an upcoming video. I need a water type Sparkle level 3 sandwich, and I'm low on Herba Mystica, and I hate farming for it. So I'm going to boot up my second Switch, in this case it's my Switch Lite, and load up my Violet save. And just make sure you have autosaves off if you're some weird person that still has it on for some reason. With both of my games loaded up, I'm going to set up a union circle for me, myself, and I. I get into my own game, and now it's time for a picnic. It doesn't really matter who starts the picnic, but I just normally start it on my main save. Then my Violet game walks up to the camp, and I start to make a sandwich with myself. Now the key here is to load up your main account with tons of cheap ingredients and picks, and then have a good handful of the more expensive ingredients and Herba Mystica on the second game. Then, when you make a sandwich on the Union Circle, you can make any powerful sandwich basically for free. I generally load up on prosciutto, butter, and silver picks on my main account, and with these items, it's a matter of selecting the desired effect. I currently need a Sparkle Power level 3 sandwich, and since I'm using an Outbreak, Encounter Power is not useful here. So I'm going to shoot for Humongo Power as well. I use this sandwich simulator to always double check my sandwiches because while doing the Union Circle does give me infinite Herba Mystica, I also don't want to load back into another Union Circle because I messed up my sandwich. So just mess around in the simulator and make notes of specifically useful sandwiches. For my desired effects, the recipe I'm going to be using is cucumber, prosciutto, butter, a bitter Herba Mystica, and 2 spicy ones. And this is where the simulator comes in useful, because here, I'm still getting flying boosts, but if I drop at least 1 piece of prosciutto off the sandwich, then the cucumbers will do their thing and change the boost to a water type. Obviously you can just buy 999 of each ingredient, they're not that expensive. I just find it easier to stock up on 3 specific things, that being the prosciutto, the butter, and then basic picks, and then I don't need to worry about running out of things. Then on the second account, I just throw on all the type altering ingredients and then the herbs. And at this point, just make this sandwich like normal, and then when you get to this screen, just close out of the game without saving on the second Switch, and then your precious herbs will be untouched while you get the full effects on your main game and you are free to shiny hunt, farm drops, get eggs, or do any other task that benefits from a level 3 boost. I know that parts of that got redundant, and it's generally self-explanatory for a lot of people, but I wanted to be as clear as possible for each step or concept so that people don't end up doing something wrong and then getting mad at me for them wasting herbs and saying it doesn't work. Because it does work. Like I've said, I've been doing this since the game came out. I have almost 400 shiny Pokemon in this game alone, and I've been using this method to keep reusing the same batch of like 10 Herba Mystica from the beginning of the game's life cycle for each and every single one of these Pokemon. So if this isn't working for you, then you're just doing it wrong. I can try and help you in the comments, but like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you found this useful at all, then go ahead and leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Also, comment if you knew about this method already, or if you didn't know about it, and actually could have been using it for the past year, and now you hate yourself for the hours spent grinding raids. Well, my next video is going to be a special shiny hunting video that's technically been a decade in the making, so keep an eye out for it, and see you next time.